Hi, I'm Liam.
And I'm Steve.
And welcome back to Aspis Airsoft.
Today we're going to be looking at our visit to the Tightest Spartan, the Stan. So, the Stan.
The Stan. Great site.
It is indeed.
You know what? I loved it. I really loved it. I'm not much of a CQB guy. I do like the CQB aspect, but I like a little bit of ranged engagement. But that is CQB. That is tight.
It is
really tight.
It is.
But that's what she said.
But the good thing is, they do have floors that have a lot more open areas as well. Yes. So you do still get the range. They've also got such like the balcony areas.
Oh yeah.
So you can get the advantage to look over the floors, but that does still give the disadvantage that people can see you.
Yeah, there's a lot of distance. There's a lot of like tight angles, but then at the same time there's a fair few elevation states. So you know you feel like you're fighting very tight and close, and then you're open target, and then your targets are high. It's very diverse, and one of the things that you'll see later in the video, and I love that this is the cover movement.
Yes, they do. Yeah, that's right. The cover movement is they go based on feedback from both players and marshals for the site, and they was talking about that it's generally made so that the regular players and even new players never get to be, let's say, so too au fait, let's say, with the cover. Yeah. They never. It makes it so that it's always on an even ground for all players that are playing there, whether you're new or an existing player that's been going there for months.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal site, and it's very, very, very well run. You know, they're a no nonsense site. You know, they will give you their safety brief and emphasise a lot on the safety. They run through a lot of what you can and can't do at the site. The cans and can't be used, such as like the pyro, for instance, and then. They're very much, we'll tell you once, and if you persist on doing it, you're off. So they don't allow anybody to bring the morale of the site down and the experience of the game day.
I think that's great.
Yeah,
I think that I really honestly think that's how all sites should be run, really.
Yeah, definitely. And
just making it so that you don't get these players who come in and start really kind of ruining the day for everyone. You know.
It's a phenomenal site. I really, really enjoyed my time there, and you know they've got an awesome store. They've got a store there that you know BBs, Lipos, Face Pro, iPro, drinks, crisp, pop, riffs as well.
Very well priced as well.
Oh yeah, they are.
The price is. It's good.
I'd have got that MP5 SD if the missus wouldn't have castrated me when I got home.
Well, that's it. I picked up that EMG Autobot as well from there.
Oh yeah, you did.
Literally cheaper than anywhere I've seen it as well.
It's just a brilliant site, and the staff are, to be honest with you, they're amazing. And you know, you can say that from any aspect of when you're producing a video, but they really are good. You know, they look after you, they make you feel welcome.
Yep.
And they're all experienced airsofters, which is even better, really.
Yeah, that's it.
The comfortable environment of it. So, what I'd say really is, you know, what we're going to show you now is the video. You know, take a look at what the footage that we got of the site. It'll give you a very good understanding of the different elevations, the ideas that the staff have got. I can't remember the head marshal's name. Really good lad though. But he sits and if you watch the video, he'll tell you.
Was it Callum? I think was it.
I'm not going to butcher it. I don't know what it was. Nonetheless, he's a brilliant dude.
Good lad, yeah.
If you watch the video now, what's going to happen is he's going to walk you through the site. Steve's the cameraman behind it, and he's going to tell you everything about each floor and their ideas behind it.
Enjoy.
Alright, so this is our work in progress tournament arena. We've still got some materials coming in, so it's not finished, but we've done some test runs. It's basically 1v1s, 2v2s, really quick games. We take each team up onto these bridges to spectate the games, so it's quite interactive, people laughing, cheering. So far it's been very well received, and we're excited to get finished. Possibly in the future we can start doing some actual competitions, so some teams can come down, or mates, and they want to compete for some kind of reward. You know, that's kind of what we're going for here.
Excellent, that's great. Thanks very much. Okay, shall we move on to another floor then, yeah? So, moving down the stairs. So we're now on to one of the main game areas, yeah?
Yes, so we are multiple floors. This is what we call the third floor, that was the fourth. That's where we have the tournament arena and the safe zone. But this is where we start in the main gaming arena. We have a couple of different features. We have a dark room, which sounds pretty simple, but it's pretty cool when you get into it. That was here when we got here, we didn't build that. Other than that, everything was built by us, so we tried varying it throughout the arena. Some areas more open, some areas really close, so that players that have different play styles can come in and play however they want to play, pretty much.
Excellent. Okay, yeah, let's check the rest of it out. So I know obviously the guy was saying as well that you swap the kind of cover around occasionally as well, is that right?
Yes, recently it's been pretty regular when we come down to change stuff. Basically we take feedback from the players and reports from the marshals as to what works and what doesn't work, whether there's choke points, because when we started we had some very major choke points that completely cut off the play, because our site, although we have multiple floors and it is quite large, it is narrow.
Yeah.
So if there are choke points in a narrow site, it's very difficult to keep the game moving and for it to flow nicely. So this floor has had the biggest revamp.
Okay.
This area we added in a corridor that takes you all the way around the edge, so you've got an area that's sort of separated from the rest of the arena. You can't get shot from far away by a random. You are fighting the people that are in front of you, so that you can advance in the arena. And this is the dark room in here. Don't know if you'll be able to see anything if you go in, but
we shall have a look.
That's where people hide. We actually lightened it a little bit in here, because we found people were sitting all the way back in here and shooting far out into the arena.
Yeah.
And obviously you can't see in here, but you can see out there, so it was terribly imbalanced.
Brilliant, yeah. No, I get you, that's totally understandable. It's always nice to have a good dark area though.
Yeah, I think it should be a staple of every site.
So there's one main staircase. Is that the metal staircase, is it?
Yes, that's the metal staircase. So we have 4 staircases that can take you to all the different floors. We do incorporate those into games, so if you are fighting on multiple floors for a game mode, you will be fighting on stairs. So, and that can be pretty tough, but so far it's been fine.
Good times. Yeah, no, I liked playing on the stairs. It was really cool last time.
Yeah, originally we had the rule that it was pistol only on stairs, but not everyone has pistols. I know I don't. I just play with a rifle.
Yeah.
So that kind of stops people from actually being able to play, making it pistols only on stairs. So we removed that, and so far it has run smoothly.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, I think we had a good. Last year, I think it was when we were here last year as well. We had a good little battle on this staircase that we're coming up to. I think it was. Yeah, it was this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little back room there.
Yeah. So this is the factory side of the site.
Yeah.
Just out here is the office block that was part of the Stanley Tools factory.
Yeah.
We currently don't have that in use. There is a possibility in the future that we build something on that building as well, but maybe down the line.
Great. Okay. Yeah.
Some really awesome graffiti.
Yeah, there's some really good stuff. I mean, it's.
Have you guys done it, or is it?
No, for a long while, people could just get in and out of this building.
Oh.
So a lot of urban explorers and people doing dodgy stuff or whatever would come in here, and because you could get in anywhere. So we spent a very long time securing it,
Yeah.
and we went through a lot of trouble to make sure that it was a secure building.
Yeah.
Because it's been around for such a long time that it's just been run down that way. Yeah, so we're on the second floor now. It's the same shape as the next floor, same amount of stairs, but obviously it's got a different build. This floor is pretty long range. It's more long range than the other one.
Yeah.
Until you get to the centre, which is probably the most built up area in the site where we've built the kill house. So it's pretty dark, it's very close, it's very maze-like. And we incorporated some elevated platforms just to switch it up a little bit. So we've got a tower, we've got a few balconies that you can get up onto and see over cover. So you can get shot from anywhere, really. One of the cool things about having multiple floors is if the numbers are big, we have a lot of people here, then we can separate people and have them playing on different floors. Just so that there's not too many people crammed in a small space. 'Cause no one can move, no one can play. It's not the way you want to run a CQB. People want to be able to run around. And if the numbers are low, then it allows for a lot of sneaky players to flank and go onto a different floor and not actually run into anyone and get behind them.
Yeah.
Which I'd say is definitely a big bonus on this side, because it's CQB, but then you don't think it can get any tighter, and then it does. It constricts you really head on with minimal movement, and it forces you to fight them, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
So, like this was my favourite bit of the area, but I just don't play well here. I just dial.
Yeah. We want to get a few more of these built out. We're currently collecting materials. You know, we've got more stuff coming in all the time.
Yeah.
So certain areas that don't have as much cover in them, we will probably fill out eventually.
Yeah. That old you have to double hop to get that.
Yeah, and we've got the balcony here. Just watch your step. So you can get some really long line of sight up on these balconies. You're obviously pretty exposed when you're up here, so it's not like it's overpowered. But
Yeah.
we do want to add more of these, but we've got to make sure they're safe, so they require a bit more effort.
Brilliant, yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. Moving on.
Like we told you, Hanson.
We have another floor that we have to get to down those stairs that way rather than that end.
Right.
Okay.
I know Martin mentioned you like to change it up a bit as well, and move the covers round and alter them slightly to,
yeah, I mean,
throw people off.
Yes, you may come here one day and come here the next week and end up running into some cover because you didn't expect it to be there. But with these tent sides, this is what a lot of our site is built out of.
Yeah.
And those are incredibly easy to move around.
Yeah.
And change the position of. Whereas pallets are
different game, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a lot. Okay, so this is our first floor. It is smaller than the other floors. It is awaiting an enormous revamp because it was built when we had a full L like the other floors. So currently it's only a rectangle. So it's pretty one-sided with this bunker being here. But in the next couple of weeks, we're probably going to take this bunker and drag it into the middle, kind of like how the killer house is on the second floor. This ended up being really cool. It's just unfortunate with its position currently. Once again, real dark. We have quite a few dark places. So, in terms of game modes, with it being multi-floor, it does open up the possibilities of a wide range of game modes. For example, one is an attack and defend, but we basically sweep across all the floors. So we kind of zigzag. You go across one floor, go down, you come across it the other way and down, and you would finish off in here with like a light switch being in the head there to end the game. So that would be quite a long, drawn out game, but it's a good way to get people introduced to the entire site.
Yeah.
Because it can get a little bit confusing in here because of all the floors and the stairs. It's a bit of a maze when you come here for your first time.
Fair, yeah.
That's a bonus to the site though, isn't it? When you find an objective and you can get yourself easily turned around.
Yeah.
Something else adds to it rather than being a very linear attack and defense, obviously, you know, simple that.
Now, below this floor, we do have another floor. Actually, it's the basement. It is pitch black. It currently has nothing on it. We're thinking we'll probably turn that into some kind of gulag and do a Warzone game. Whether that's, I think it's called Plunder, with cash objectives and score streaks. And if you're dead and out, you do a 1v1 in the gulag to get back in. Yeah, we'd probably do that as like a Milsim day. We've had a few of those. For example, we had some kind of cartel Milsim day where we had fake drugs captured in the morning and taken to a fob, which can be stolen from. You need to defend it, or steal from the enemy's fob. And then in the afternoon, it incorporated cash and selling the drugs, and moving objectives and spawn points on staircases that can be switched by players. So you've got a bit of incentive to get across the site to cut off spawn points for the enemy teams. That worked wonderfully. We actually did that again today. There's a lot of fine tuning that we've got to do with game modes, but we like to try different things. We don't want to do the same thing every week. It's very easy to do that because you know what you're doing. It's just easy to set out the objectives, but we try really hard, especially for the regulars that come here. When they're coming, you know, every week, it's fresh, you know, and that ties into changing the arena as well. We've been open for, I want to say, over a year, maybe a year and a half at this point, and we have accumulated some really good regulars, and we don't want to lose those regulars, you know, because they've been loyal, and we wouldn't have any regulars that misbehave here, so they are good players, and we want them to keep on coming. So yeah, we do spend a lot of time changing stuff for them.
Brilliant, excellent, fantastic. Yeah.
You want to see the view on the roof? That's the best bit.
Across the valley.
A couple of selfies up there, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Awesome at this time of year as well. Unless you take one more big smug on the face because you stare into it, Steve.
It's my forte.
Make our way all the way to the top. You can just see how many stairs we got. So as you can see, if you're not good with stairs, it might not be for you.
Yep. All across the valley.
Do you want to have a quick look around the safe zone as well?
Yeah, go for it, man, yeah.
So we have everything that you need for an airsoft site. You know, plenty of BBs. We do HPA refills. Gun range. Gun range isn't that impressive. It's mostly just for testing your guns. But this is the main safe zone. We've got our shop there with all the drinks and we have guns that we sell. And there we are. We're just beyond that wall is the tournament arena that we started on.
It's all circle. That's great. Well, thank you very much for your time there.
Thank you very much.
And we'll have it very soon. Brilliant.
So, I'm Liam. Welcome to Aspis Airsoft. This is Ratty. He's one of the head marshals.
General Dog's Body.
General Dog's Body here at the stand, and we're just going to give him the opportunity to talk to you guys about what the stand is and their views and goals for it and what they enjoy about it.
Yeah. Since we've reopened, it's a very different beast compared to what it used to be. Obviously, we're limited on the real estate that we used to have back in the days when we used to have the office area and that. But I think we're doing really well on what we have done. Always basically moving stuff around. It's the beauty of using a lot of canvas sheeting and stuff like that, so we can change the layout of the arena quite easily. As you will have noticed, on the same floor as the safe zone, we've got a little sort of like, as they're calling it, the gulag, which is going to be really up close and personal 3x3 or 2x2 competition thing. We lose players at the end of the day quite a lot, so sometimes we've got to limit what we can do. Ideal for that. We've got a cellar room that has probably got about 8 tons of debris in from the last 20 years of this place being thrown down there that we wanted to clear out. That's pretty much pitch black. Okay. Even with my Gen 3 night vision, you can only just see around in it, but it's going to be interesting. But yeah, always developing it. I mean, we've been debating whether or not to keep the safe zone up on the floor we're on, because obviously it's a bit of a trek up here with all your kit. Yeah. But with it being open at the top, it's limited on what we can do on this floor if we did open it up as a gaming area. We had hoped to get some of the office space back, but unfortunately that's fallen through with a subletter having taken over that area. Okay. But yeah, it's ongoing stuff. We are planning sort of a battle sim, hopefully in June. That's going to be basically 2 rival drug gangs in Sheffield vying over the power, the control of the building, so getting drugs, all that sort of stuff. Obviously fake drugs, not proper drugs. Yeah. And the idea is basically to the hourly objectives, that sort of stuff. Hopefully it'll work out. See how that goes.
What is your favourite thing about this stuff?
It's the social side of it. We get regulars who come in all the time. Always good to see them. They're always happy to see us. Always have a good banter in that. Like today, we've had a lot of guys who I usually do Sterling Airsoft stuff with who've been here. They come down once every other month, come down and play. And it's the variation of styles of play too. You've got speed softers, milsimmers, guys who'll run around with a pistol and 2 mags in a pair of jeans and a hoodie. Other guys who are running night vision on the night games, you know, it's the variation you get. And I don't think you get that with a lot of sites these days.
No, definitely not.
It sometimes works. Sometimes it's an absolute nightmare. It's like trying to herd cats, but as a rule, it works all right.
And if you had one thing that you could tell airsofters that have never been to this site, if you had the opportunity to tell them something to give them a good expectation and understanding, what would you say?
Just enjoy yourself. Everybody's here to play the game. Always things I would recommend to new players. Make sure you've got good footwear on. Yeah. Be ready to climb up and down stairs a lot, because there are a lot of stairs in this place, as you all know. And prepare to be shot, because at the end of the day, you're going to get shot by BBs. Yeah. Probably within about the first 5 seconds of game on, you're going to get hit at this place. Some people expect it, some people are absolutely horrified by how much it hurts, but as a rule, everybody gets stuck in. And we have a lot of higher players who basically are back within about 2 weeks, buying gear, getting stuck in, becoming regulars.
Yeah, brilliant.
No problem.
Well, thanks very much for that.
Not a problem. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I hope that walk around and the interviews with the marshals there give you a good idea and perspective of the site.
Yeah, what to expect what you're going to be playing, and also the environment that you're going to be playing in.
Yeah, exactly. It's also worth noting as well that at the end of the walk around there, you might have noticed the shop, which was a particularly good little shop that they have there, isn't it?
They have a lot of supplies. They have absolutely everything you need for a game day or for a battle.
For a very reasonable price.
Extremely good price. They also sell Rifts as well, and I was very tempted by an MP5 SD. The only thing that stopped me from buying it was a divorce certificate.
Yeah, your missus would have killed you for that.
Yeah, it would have been worth it though, wouldn't it? MP5s are sexy. Everybody likes an MP5.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. I do. I love mine.
Especially the SD.
But also, the other fantastic thing they do there is the little riff raffle.
The riff raffle, yeah. So you've got an opportunity to buy some tickets. It's not every game day, but they do it quite regular. Basically, you'd pay a couple of £2 for a series of raffle tickets, and they will then enter you into a draw. And at lunchtime, the end of lunch, they call out, and if one of your numbers is selected, you win one of their sidearms, AAP, Glocks, high cappers.
They had all sorts. I think there was a choice of, I think it was 5 or 6 different pistols this time round.
Yeah, and I believe they let you choose. They let the guy choose as well, which was absolutely amazing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal site. Loved every second of it, and I would go back and play in a heartbeat. Which,
yes, absolutely. We have a little offer for you, as we said, which is that for those subscribers who like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, we want you to add onto the comments the Stan, and you will win
a night at Steve's house, all supplied pizza and booze. No, you'll win an absolutely epic game day with us. You'll get the opportunity to come and play with us at site.
Yep.
We'll even pay for your lunch there, so you get one of the nice juicy burgers that they do. Those fresh butcher burgers.
Those fresh
mouth's watering already.
Lovely.
You get the opportunity to come and play with us. Not that that's anything special, but you get a free game day at site, you know, and you get to experience it at no cost of your own.
Yep.
So, thanks very much for watching.
Thanks very much, and we'll see you in the next video.